All right, what's up, guys? It's Isaac here at Tobacco Road Harley-Davidson, and it looks like Christmas came a little bit early for all you Harley-Davidson enthusiasts because Harley-Davidson actually released a couple of their carryover Softail models for 2024 a little bit early. And so what we're seeing is a couple new carryover Softails like the Breakout, the Low Rider ST, the Softail Standard, and as well as a few trikes that are rocking some of these new colors that we're going to be seeing for 2024. So first of all, what we've got here for you today is a 2024 Low Rider ST in this gorgeous new red rock. So I'm a huge fan of this color. Everybody pretty much loves a good red. The red line red, I thought that was a super sharp color. This one is just a good deep color it's a little bit toned down, so it's not too much with that black trim all over and the bronze accent still on this bike. It's still a very sharp looking motorcycle. And another color we've seen so far is that billiard gray on the Low Rider ST, which has also been a pretty sharp color, and I assume we'll also be seeing black on those bikes as well. Not sure if we'll be seeing any other colors for this year on this bike, but between the billiard gray, the black, and the red rock, that's already a tough call to choose which one you want right there. So a couple things with this bike, there's really no major changes that you're going to be seeing from the 2023s over to the 2024s. Biggest thing we're looking at this year is just going to be a couple new colorway options, because this is already a motorcycle that is ready to just rip and pretty much do whatever you want to with. What I've also got behind me today is a 2023 pre-owned Low Rider ST in that white sand pearl we saw this year. Now this one is pre-owned, so it's got a couple aftermarket additions on it. So you can see that it has the tall windscreen from Harley-Davidson. You'll also see it's got a RAM phone mount, aftermarket Harley-Davidson seat, and other than that, she's pretty stock. So what we're actually gonna be doing is we're gonna go ahead just to let you guys know how cool Low Rider ST is to go rip around. We're gonna go tear up Raleigh on this one. Just to kind of give you a good idea of if the Low Rider ST is something you might be looking for, and see if maybe 2024, especially like this one in the Red Rock, might just be the one that's got your heart. If you're already very familiar with the Low Rider ST, then you can probably go and skip right on over to the riding area. But we're going to give you a close-up on this motorcycle in particular. So, of course, what you're looking at is those dual inverted front, or you're looking at an inverted front with the monoshock in the rear. And if you really want to take this bike to the next level, Harley-Davidson, as of 2023, they have the Öhlins kits for them for the front and the rear on these bikes. So that's absolute game changer. Really going to make these bikes rip even harder. So it's already awesome suspension, but obviously you drop Öhlins in, it's going to be a little bit better. Now you got the dual rotors on the front with ABS. Of course, you have the fairing, making it the Low Rider ST. You've got your nice bright LED headlight. You've got halogen bulbs for the turn signals down a little bit lower. You've got a smoked little windscreen, and of course, as we see right over there, there are options, especially from Harley-Davidson, to give you a little bit of a taller piece there without it interfering with turning bars. And let's show you what inside the cockpit looks like. So you've got that nice black denim, or excuse me, that wrinkle black trim up the tank since the gauges were moved up here, and really streamlined this whole setup you're looking at. They actually went to sort of that top clamp you saw in the Street Bob. So you've got all your indicator lights here, but you've got a very minimalistic display going on there. So you've got your speed, as well as some other features that we're going to go over here a little bit later. On this one in particular, you've also a couple of nice little things there. You've got cruise control, you've got traction control, you've got ABS. So I mean, the rider safety enhancements are pretty nice to have on this one here. So traction control is a nice little feature that we're starting to see pop up on some Softails there, so that's pretty cool. Got a little wind deflector right there. I've got this beautiful 5-gallon tank. Comes stock with a solo seat and no passenger pegs. If you're looking to add on a passenger, then you'll probably have to throw those on. It is a little bit taller bags than what you saw in the Sport Glide, but these clamshell style bags are fantastic. Fit quite a bit of stuff in there, as well as you can put a duffel bag on top, and you're good to go for the week. Go ahead and close those up. Nice, easy closing. Lock them there with the key. It is keyless entry, so it's got the remote fob. You've got your license plate mount, and then you'll also have your LED brake light with your tail light, or excuse me, your rear indicator lights there on that same bracket. You're rocking that 117 Milwaukee 8 motor. Pretty sharp setup, lots of cool power. and you're going straight into that 2-to-2 shotgun exhaust. Now, from the factory, this is a pretty fun little setup there, but if you don't do a stage 1 or at least throw a tune on it, you're doing yourself a disservice, because that's really going to unlock the potential on these motorcycles. A little bit shorter risers, so you can put you in kind of an aggressive riding position there, and overall, you've got a pretty sweet setup that's just ready to rip. Lots of great ground clearance all the way around. I noticed when I was kind of bringing this bike around that I was really able to, just some low speed stuff, really put that bike down really well. So I'm super excited to go see how this does driving around here. Now, one quick note here for our test drive. It is a little bit nippier out here today. So we're gonna be rocking a little bit of the lighter layers, such as this Screaming Eagle hoodie, big fan of it. Just so that way, hopefully we'll get a little bit colder. So that way we can really see how this wind is gonna work around this fairing. That way we can feel it just a little bit better. With that, let's go ahead and ride this thing. All right, what's up guys? So here's our 2022 Low Rider ST White Sand Pearl aftermarket seat, phone mount, windscreen. Other than that, pretty stock. Oh, and the little backrest there. And I believe this one, no, it just has the backrest, does not have the passenger pegs. So they make a wonderful spot to strap luggage to, as well as just put your helmet on. Highly recommend. Let's see what we got here. So fire it on up. All right, a couple things to note here. This one does have ABS, but this one actually does not have the traction control. So this one just ABS and cruise control, and some of those other little features there, but no traction control on this one. It's got the same bags as the 24. You'll see they're all nice and high up, so it makes it look a little bit sportier and gives you a little bit more room for that exhaust down there too. So it helps expose it a little bit better. It's looking sharp. This bike's looking pretty sharp indeed. So let's go ahead and throw a leg over this thing. We're just gonna whip it down Lake Wheeler right quick, hit Penny Road, and a nice little classic, and then we'll bring it right on back. So like I said, I'm rocking the hoodie so I can feel this wind a little bit better. Bags closed. The seat's a little bit different. It's gonna take a little bit of adjustment on this thing, but yeah. Let's see, looks like we got a full tank again. Not bad, not bad. Ooh, we got a loose dog. Nice, nice. About to go back to old MSF training. What do you do when a dog runs out? You should slow a little bit because he's going to try to intercept you, and then you should let him know what 117 cubic inches of freedom sound like. Speed up. Kind of throw off his track there a little bit. So the nice part about this bike is that it's got 2,000 miles on it, so it's out of its break-in period for the most part, so we can run it just a little bit harder. And then I'd want to run 2024 with no miles, with 10 miles on it. So, yeah. I have noticed this seat has to be a little bit lower, so I'm kind of... Seat is interesting, puts me in a very interesting stance. Not bad, gives you a lot of good room to move around. I actually used this seat as a loaner once when I broke my tailbone trying to bull ride, and was not a good situation. But I was still trying to ride a motorcycle, but everything hurt, so I was trying to find a good seat. And I ended up using this one with a gel pad just because this one didn't really put a lot of pressure on your tailbone. So, if you like that about a seat, highly recommend. So, the suspension's fantastic. Might not need those old ones there. It's handling all these bumps really, really well. So, final thoughts on the Low Rider ST. Overall, this has been an incredible motorcycle to go rip around. Just this mini bagger setup, performance softail, and just really, I mean, this clean slate of a motorcycle. I mean, you could really take in any direction to build out. It's fun. It's got great power. I mean, that 117 is plenty of torque, awesome power. Like I said, give it a tune, and you'll have something that, I mean, you'll really have to hold on to. The suspension is great, lots of good travel, very stable, just tracks nice and true even. And that windshield, the windshield and the fairing combo, if the stock fairing does, or if the stock windshield does anything like this setup does, I mean, this is fantastic. I think that little vent just below the windshield, I think that's doing a lot to really help this motorcycle and alleviate some of the buffeting, but I'm not getting any buffeting on this bike. I'm nice and warm back here, no wind on my chest. The only thing I've got is wind on my hands, so maybe throw some hand guards on, and then I'm good to get. This has been an incredible bike to go rip around. If you haven't ridden one yet, you definitely need to. This would be a great do-it-all bike. It's a light cruiser. It's a cruiser that's a light touring motorcycle. So anything from ripping around here in Raleigh, it's been great at, and I don't see where you'd have any trouble spending all day on this motorcycle. So that's all I've got for you today. Definitely check out the Low Rider STs. Definitely come see us. Check out a 2024, and let us know what your thoughts on the Low Rider ST are below. In the meantime, ride safe. We hope to see you soon.